Rebeka, what do you do when you are struggling with uncomfortable emotions like anger or sadness or fear? What do you do?
So in the past, I actually used to struggle with anger. For a very long time, I thought that I cannot feel anger. In the end, I discovered that I was just replacing it and covering it with other emotions. And I think this also comes up in the sessions quite a lot. And I can see in a lot of my clients that maybe there is anger, but they don't really allow themselves to feel it. So what works for me is, first of all, to name it. So if I notice that something is tormenting me inside or that something is going on, I'm not exactly sure what it is, I talk myself through it. So for example, there is a situation, it triggered me. I can sense that my body is getting uncomfortable, my mind is getting uncomfortable, and something is not okay. I ask myself, what do I feel? Do I feel angry? I do feel angry. What did make me angry? I walk through every step of what's going on, and I understand that, okay, I feel angry. That's fine. It's a perfectly normal human emotion that we all feel sometimes. And by noticing what's going on in my body and in my environment, I can process it better. So first of all, I name it and recognize it in myself. Second of all, I often feel with these emotions that it affects my body. And I know that at those moments, I need to move it. So it really helps me to, for example, go for a walk. And already in this walk, I'm starting to process what's going on. And at some point, I actually thought about starting like mental health walks in Leiden.
That's a
Because
great idea.
the other day I was walking angrily through the park and I saw two other people who were doing the same. And I thought, oh, we're going
That's,
through the same thing. We could do.
yeah. That's my people.
Yeah, yeah. So I move my body and I try to sort of also get that ease in my body, because otherwise when I'm getting angry or anxious, I can feel my body tensing and I need to release that tension a little bit. So first, recognize emotion. Second, move my body, take myself for a walk, process what's going on. And third, if this anger involves other people, how do I communicate it to them? So I think that for a lot of people, anger is connected to aggression and think that, oh, if I get angry, I don't love this person. If I get angry, I have to shout. If I get angry, something is wrong with me and it's not right. But on the other hand, we can see also in couples therapy that healthy ways how to express anger. We can simply just say, for example, to our partner, hey, you did this and it made me angry. And it made me angry because I felt disrespected. I felt like you crossed my boundary. And there are so many things that we can, just by telling them, and we can do it in a very calm manner, we can process it, get it out, and actually also build a healthier and happier relationships because we're authentic with what we feel and how we are and who we are.
Wow. I love the tips. And the thing why I love them is because you incorporated in these three simple tips the emotional part, which is getting in touch with the emotion, the cognitive part where you reframed it and you said, anger is not aggression. Let's start seeing it as it is. Let's reframe it in our heads. You incorporated the body. You said it's stored in the body and it has to go outside of it. And you incorporated other people. I love it. I love what you put together in just 3 tips. So for those watching, if you want to work with Rebeka, you can find her at antiloners.com. Rebeka, please tell us a little bit about the people you're working with and the challenges that you are helping them with, and if you have a specific approach that you're working with.
So I have the clinical psychology background. So in my past, I worked a lot with people who have mental health diagnoses such as autism or bipolar disorder. But currently in my sessions, I do acknowledge these diagnoses, but I more look at how do the diagnosis, let's say, affect our everyday experiences. So if someone comes, for example, with autism, I try not to look at them through the lens of the diagnosis they have, but more through how does this affect their experiences, how they might experience some things differently than other people, or what is the specificity and the individual thing that they take from day to day. In my approach, I use integrative approach. So I really try to tailor every session to the client and see what works for them. I do look a lot into past and how does the past affect our daily life right now, and also into the values. So what is driving me? What is the thing that's really important for me that I want to have in my life and I want to express to others as well? So being authentic with your values while being affected by your past.
So it's the incorporation again of the past and the future, because the future, as you said, is what drives you to your action. The past, the future, and the present happening and being processed in the session.
Yeah, I think that I do look at it a little bit through the existentialist approach as well. So what is the thing that is meaningful to me? What is that meaning that I want in my everyday?
Yeah. And you're also working with couples, right? Did you mention
I
it?
also work with
Yes.
couples.
Yeah, all right. Yes. Just got that's also clear. Yes. Thank you so much for your valuable tips.
Thank you.